What's up, everybody? My name is Luke. I'm 20. And 2 years ago, I dropped out of school, quit my insurance job, and literally had no idea at all what I was going to do. I had no income, no money, no plan, nothing. And last month, I made over $30,000 in personal take-home income. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. This is the market opportunity. The AI industry as a whole is worth over $130 billion right now. It's a lot of money. It's growing at 31% every single year. Right now, as you are watching this, there are hundreds of thousands of small businesses across the US that are just bleeding money and just wasting their time doing repetitive tasks. Answering phones, following up with leads, booking appointments, things that AI can do for them for a fraction of the cost. And ChatGPT alone single-handedly flipped the business world upside down, made every business owner aware that AI exists and it's needed inside of your business. But nobody's asking the question that actually matters. Who is building and selling these systems to these businesses? There's a massive gap between the demand from business owners who actually want AI and the number of people that are actually capturing the supply side of that demand. And that gap is where the money's actually made. Like I said, my name's Luke. I'm 20 years old, and 2 years ago I walked away from my sales job where I was doing well, making over $5,000 a month. Dropped out of school with nothing lined up, no degree, no safety net, no idea what came next in my life. And again, last month I made over $30,000. So if you're someone that feels stuck, you don't have a degree, you don't have a background in tech, and no clue where to start, that was exactly what I was 2 years ago. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why the timing is so important and so perfect right now, how this business model actually works, and how you can have a fully operational AI agency in the next 30 days. You may be thinking, why now? AI is finally going mainstream. Everyone knows about it, everybody's using it. It's becoming bigger than any software wave that we've ever seen in our life. You've heard of ChatGPT, everybody has. It's all over the news, all over social media. The Fortune 500 companies are using it. Your local pizza shop is now starting to use it. This is what people don't actually know. ChatGPT was just the beginning. We now have voice AI. We all have lead follow-up systems. We have appointment booking, customer support, SMS sequences. It's all fully automated now. Pretty much any automation a business could ever use. Systems that close deals for business owners while they're out doing their profession, they're doing their job. And every single one of these services is seeing a massive spike in demand because ChatGPT normalized the entire category. Business owners went from what is AI to how do I implement AI now? Every single serious entrepreneur is asking about it. Every business owner under 50 is either already using it or actively looking for somebody to implement it. These aren't your old school like IT services. Business owners are spending $2,000 up front and $500 a month, and they're not canceling because the system runs and makes them money, and if they were to cancel, they'd be losing money. It's running their whole desk, all their follow-up, entire intake, every single month. It's the backbone of their business. And with that kind of growth comes attention. Big agencies, software companies, they're starting to notice, and they're pricing small businesses out of the market. They're charging enterprise rates and making it very difficult for the average business owner to actually get set up and get rolling. You know what that does? Creates a void that somebody's got to fill, and that somebody is you. Just think about it. Demand going through the roof. Big players are too expensive for the small businesses, and the people in the middle who can actually deliver these systems affordably are going to be the ones who profit. That's the opportunity that I saw. That's why I moved on it. That's why I'm going to show you exactly how to do the same. But here's what really makes this model different from any other business model out there. When a business owner gets an AI system that actually works for them, their phone gets answered, their leads get followed up with, their bookings go up. They do not cancel. That recurring revenue stacks. They keep paying every single month. That creates recurring revenue and real exit liquidity for you. I have clients who have been on retainer since the first month I launched. And when you factor in lifetime value, a single client can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. You're selling them leads that they were losing, that they already had, but they did not know what to do with, or they didn't have time to do with. You're selling a front desk that never calls in sick. There is not a more powerful ROI pitch that exists. High emotion, high conversion, high willingness to pay. And your clients, they just keep coming back. That's the demand side. Let's talk about the supply side. Let me show you what the operating side kind of looks like, because it's a lot more simple than you may think. It starts with your service. You're building voice AI systems, automated follow-up sequences, appointments, websites. Here's the thing. You don't have to build it yourself. You use developers to build it for $400 to $600, and you put the rest of the money in your pocket. And when your client gets a system that actually makes them money and works, they're going to keep paying you every single month. That's the foundation of the actual business model. From there, you get your first client doing cold outreach. That's what every beginner should do. Don't dump money into ads in something you don't know anything about. You need a list and a phone and your voice. If your average deal is $2,000 up front, $500 a month, even at 55% margins just to pay developers, That's real money in your pocket every single client. This is where the math gets very simple though. $500 in the low end. All you need is 20 clients to build a 10K a month business. You don't think you can get 20 people to pay you $500 for a system that's going to make them $5,000? You really cannot tell me that's not doable. And that's because this is a recurring retainer model. Those 20 clients are not going anywhere, so you're compounding on them every single month. You're never starting back from zero. So going from 10, 20, 30K, it gets easier every month, especially with testimonies. For me, I'm not running ads. I'm not posting 10 times a day. I use cold outreach to connect with one business owner who got results, who referred me to another and another and another and another. That's the actual foundation of my client base. You might be thinking, who is this guy? That's a fair question. 20 years old, 2 years ago, selling insurance, dropped out of college, cold calling strangers all day. Making okay money, but I knew that wasn't it, and I just couldn't see a future in it, so I just quit. And I dropped out of school at the same time. No degree, no fallback money. Just me sitting there asking myself, what the hell am I going to do? And most people would have gone back to school. Most people would have found another job. I could not unsee what was happening with AI. I saw the opportunity. Business needed these systems. Nobody was selling them affordably, and the barrier to entry was low because I just outsourced all my work. So I put the hours in. I figured out how to cold call, not B2C anymore, but B2B. I figured out the outreach. I lost money on the wrong approaches, ads, but made it back on the right ones. And within, about a year of going all in, and of course it took time, but now you can see where I am. Making $30,000 a month from my own business before I even can legally drink in the US. Crazy. No degree, no tech background, just same sales instincts that I had from insurance pointed at an actual opportunity. And look, I'm showing you this because the window is gonna close eventually. The people that get on the supply side now are the ones that are gonna win. The people who wait and watch somebody else take clients in their market, that's not who I would wanna be. And I don't know what person you would wanna be, but I think we know the answer there. At this point, you're probably thinking, okay, I see the opportunity, I see the numbers, I see the potential. How do I actually get involved? It's exactly why I built Automation Empire. I took everything behind my business and put it into a 90-day program. Now, no, it doesn't end after 90 days, but the roadmap is for you to hit 10K in the first 90 days. That's what you should do. Every system, every script, every outreach, every tool stack, I put all of it in. And I'm not just tossing information at you and telling you, go for it, have fun. I'm actively working through you and my partners throughout this whole journey. Here's what's exactly inside. We start with the foundation model because you need to know what you're selling, the exact framework of the business model and the mindset you need going in. Then we go into niche and positioning. This is important. Locking in who you're targeting, why you're targeting them, and how you're targeting them. Then service delivery. You get direct access to all of my personal developers. There's 4 of them inside. There's more than enough. They take care of all of the fulfillment. All you have to do is learn how to sell. That's it. Then you start outreach, cold calling. We have all the scripts, frameworks, SOPs, everything you could ever need, as well as full training videos to show you how to cold call. On top of that, 4 calls every single week. Like I said, live calls, ask all your questions. We also go over something in there's a topic. Plus a one-on-one call for those tier 3 members every single week. So for the first month, you're going to have 5 calls every single week. But one of the most important things is you have access to a community of people building alongside you. They're in the voice chat all day. They're probably in there right now. And access to all of my personal resources, templates, tools, everything like that. So here's the timeline. First call, we're going to map out your plan, your niche, offer, 90-day roadmap. First 2 weeks, you're going through the modules and actively building. Month 2 and month 3, you're landing clients and you're working towards your first 10K month. Startup capital, way less than you think. That's the main reason that this opportunity is so good right now. It doesn't cost $5,000 to get started. And that's the whole model that I'm helping you build. In 6 months, the AI space is going to be way bigger than it is today. Not a guess, that's the actual trajectory that it's on. Businesses are going to keep spending on AI every single month. The only question is if you are going to be on the supply side while that happens. 1 month from now, you could have real recurring clients coming in, paying you every month going forward, just while you're sitting living your life like this. Or you could be on the other side, letting the opportunity pass you. So here's what I want you to do right now. Below this video, there's a link to book a call with me. You're gonna answer a couple quick questions to see if this is the right fit. If not, no hard feelings. But if it is, I'm gonna map out your 90-day game plan. And we're gonna get moving right away, because money loves speed. You're gonna get access to the program, see all the modules, get straight into it. If this opportunity is for you, what it was for me 2 years ago, sitting there after quitting my job, dropping out of school with no plan, no money, no fallback, take that next step. And I hope to talk to you soon. Book that call. Let's get started.